Islam and greetings all. Princeanaelbey, Divine Prince. Well, I've given you a week and still no declared winner of the presidential race. Well, I am reminded of earlier this year before all of this hoax craze took hold. And you people could have stopped all of this. In fact, I implored you to prevent this at the beginning of the year. Go back in the catalog. Go back in the catalog and recount those videos where I implored you to make your representatives show you the true, original, and organic Constitution for the United States. You refused to do that because it would have prevented all of this. I was listening to Miss Kylie McEnany, the White House spokesperson. And of course, if you all watched her give her announcement, she used a term that I bet very few of you have ever heard. The term she used was, here, let me quote her, the franchise, which is the people of the United States citizens, or the people of America. That term, franchise, you all know what it means. Got a McDonald's franchise, Burger King franchise, KFC. Oh, they can't call it Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's why they just have to have KFC. You see, Harlan Sanders, he took those secrets, 11 herbs and spices, with him in the grave. And so it's not the same chicken. And so now they have to say KFC because they can't call it Kentucky Fried Chicken. Kentucky Fried Chicken had those 11 herbs and spices in there that only Harlan Sanders knew. So they have to call it KFC. Correct marketing, don't you know? But at any rate, you did this to yourselves, and I did everything I could to prevent you from walking into this. But I will tell you this. Prayerfully, you will pay attention to these words. Now, Beijing Joe Biden, because I'm not even going to go into why anybody, especially an Asiatic, would vote for this man. And I wouldn't care if your mammy and grandmammy were lifelong Democrats. There are things you can see with your own eyes. And for as wrong and as foul as you may live, you know what ain't right when you see it. And yet, you still do this. Well, it has been proved that there is widespread voter fraud all over the place. And for those of you who watch only CNN, NBC, ABC, CBS, Fox, MSNBC, if those are the only news stations where you get your information, I have to say, you are truly ill-informed. I mean, you've got Joe Biden celebrating already as if they've won. And then you have Kama Sutra Harris strutting around like she's going to be the vice president. Who would vote for these people? You know they mean you no good. And this is who you vote for. You see, this is why it is so easy to manipulate the mind of the black man. You get him used to something, and he will never stray from that unless guided in a newer and better direction. I have taught you, demo means people. Democracy that they want to spread across the world, it simply means enslaving people. I have shared with you in prior videos all of the political parties that were here long before that European even dared to venture west of where he was. What is considered, and I'll tell you again, what those letters on the GOP stand for is the Grand Old Party. The Grand Old Party is the Moorish parties that was here. This was a republic. It has never been a democracy. This is a republic. And for those of you who don't understand or know what a republican form of government is, it is what we had and what we all lived under, including the tribal wars. We all lived under that. But a republican form of government is a government that is for the people, by the people, and of the people. You see? And I'm going to share this with you so that you will understand. Now, Joe Biden has no way in hell of legitimately winning this. Just no way. You do not have to be an ace detective to put two and two together. Because among the other things that I have endeavored to get over to you is thinking. While Donald Trump was campaigning all over the place, Joe Biden hiding out in his basement taking his injections so he can string one sentence together. He hiding out in his basement. Now, why do you think he felt so comfortable doing that? Because he thought he had it in the bag. In fact, if you look for it, and you don't have to look hard, he tells you himself. Now, I am going to quote Joe Biden. It was a slip because his mind's not there. His mind isn't right. But he said it. And what he said was, we're confident because we have the best voter fraud mechanism anywhere. He just told on himself. There's no evidence. He told you. He told you. So the Democrats were going to steal the votes. Trump knew that. Trump knew that. And I guess because Trump is a student of Sun Tzu, he outmaneuvered them this time. And this is how he did it. While the Democrat pollsters at the polling places were directing people to use Sharpies on their write-in ballots, on their voter ballots, knowing that the Sharpie would bleed through and those votes would be uncounted because they couldn't be read. And they knew this. And what Trump did was he had the U.S. Commissioner of Elections, every ballot, every legitimate ballot that went out in the United States and America They had watermarks on them. They were watermarks. The Democrats didn't know this. So when the recount comes, all ballots with that watermark on it are legitimate ballots. Those that the Democrats are squeezing in where dead people have voted. There was one ballot signed and registered and certified, verified and everything. And she was born in 1890 something. No, he was born in 1893 or something like that. And, he's been dead a long time, the generations. But he voted. He voted last Tuesday. So I say that to say this. The Constitution would have prevented all of this. It would have prevented all of this. I'll be back, and I have so much more to share with you. This time away from you has not been in vain. I have so much more to share with you. In the meantime, stand by, and as always, you love one another, you take care of one another, and you protect one another. Princeanaelbey, and I bid you peace.